Hey guys, Lucky here from Lucky Seven Limos. I had to tilt it down a little bit. Second. Typical thing. As you all know, if you are watching me on Facebook, I'm weeding out my Facebook Live good morning blogs on Facebook. The reason why, because pay more attention to my YouTube account. Very close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and the little bell. You get the notifications. First, what I have to do is I do every blog. I got to share my morning blog to Facebook only because YouTube is lagging on their notifications. All right. Just give me 1 second. We're going to continue with this and we're going to go right to work. Share that. I have to do a shout out too. I had a gentleman come in yesterday for a flat repair. And he said he's has 3 subscribers on YouTube. Don't know his YouTube account because he didn't give it to me. Said he only had 3 subscribers, but I told him I was going to do a shout out here on my page this morning. It's Voiceover Nerd Productions. Is his name, his number. Maybe he could be able to watch this video. On the bottom, type and describe what you do for a living. You find the voice you're looking for. I guess he puts a voice into your videos. Let's see. Does have an email address, www.voicenerd.com. Check them out. All right. So you guys want to tune in and watch me work. The reason why I'm here, I'm live, so you guys all see what's going on. I got foam fill. I already described this on Facebook. It's basically chunk. I'm going to be making it to like baseball, softball size. I'm going to be repurposing the solid fill to other tires I'm going to be filling tomorrow. So I got to get to work. Every once in a while, I'll tune in. I'll check on the right-hand side, see who's watching. Carts and cameras. Awesome. Hey, listen, I don't have my eyeglasses. I broke them. I got one of the eyeglasses pieces missing. I can't find it somewhere here in the shop. So I'll try my best to read and work at the same time. Good morning there, Cheryl. This always happens too. Solar blades break. It would last forever. Put too much tension on the blade. Cut it out. Then one end. Start cutting again. Well, that's the size I'm usually cutting right there. I could cut them in half if I really wanted to. But I think that'll be large enough. So what I'm actually doing, I have this container that the liquid stuff comes in. We have an A and B mixture. This is usually full of liquid. And we cut the tops off, we cut up the chunk, fill this thing up with those little chunks you've seen. Of course, if they're bigger tires, then you could be able to make bigger chunks. But again, like I said, I'm filling, I think they're a 10-16-5, so they got to be small. I went through 10 Sawzall blades in 1 hour. Carts, this is the reason why you got to get a case of them. This here, I think, was a case of 100. And believe it or not, I'll go through these in probably about a week. almost spilled my coffee. Yeah, so this piece here, I'm cutting good 600-700 pounds. Be here all day doing this. Thing is, I got like 5 pallets of this stuff I have to cut up. Yeah, it'll take about 5 pounds to fill that bucket, that bin. Gotta make sure the sawzall don't get too hot. If it gets too hot, it's gonna burn the brushes out. Let it cool off a little bit. I got a video that I'm going to explain to you guys what I just posted up on Facebook. Where you guys have a little idea what's going on. Give me a second. My little nifty holder here. Videos. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Facebook, my friends, my family, my followers, and to my haters. Well, this morning I'm at work. As I told you, I'm going to be phasing out my live videos, my morning blogs, I should say, on Facebook. My morning blogs are going to be consisting on my YouTube channel, which is Lucky7 Mudmowers, YouTube.com. I have morning blogs on there when I'm at work, what I'll be doing, what's going on. Well, it's not phased out yet, so I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to be doing here if you guys want to watch me work. What I have here, this is foam fill. It usually goes inside the tire. It's an A and B mixture. It's similar to like a run flat. They use these in tractor tires, turf tires, any type of farm vehicles that wants to either add weight or if they're on construction sites, you're tired of getting flats. They foam fill this stuff. I don't know why they call it foam fill because it's similar to like a rubber, so they should say rubber fill. So, anyways, that's what they call it in this foam or solid. In this particular case, what I have to do is I have to cut this up, repurpose it. We're going to cut it up into small chunks, like baseball, softball size, and I'm going to be installing that into some new tires that we're going to be pumping some new stuff in, which is similar to like a recycle, because this stuff here, you can't dump it. It'll never rot away. This stuff will last as is in a landfill like this for, good maybe 200 to 300 years. It will never break down if it's filled properly. So we're going to repurpose it today. I have some 1016 5s. I believe it's 8 of them that'll be what we call chunking, and some new tires. I'm still working on the Bolins. We ordered some parts for it, ordered the tires. The tires should be here sometime next week. But tell you what, doesn't she look pretty in the shop, tell you? I wish I could keep it here all the time. So anyways, another thing I have to mention, yesterday I did a live video on Kyle's machine. We put a name on it yesterday. It's called The Undertaker. If you guys follow that build. I did put a video yesterday. I had to delete it because something was up with YouTube. It just kept on telling everybody I was live, and I wasn't live. So I said, heck with it. I just deleted that video. So, yeah. Pile of motors. Look at that, stocking up. I got them. Don't know which one I'm going to put in this thing, but there's a whole bunch of them. So anyways, off to work I go. You guys want to watch and join me while I'm here at work? Feel free to log on to my YouTube channel, Lucky7 Mudmowers, youtube.com. Also check out my Facebook groups. I have several of them out there. The most popular one right now is growing really large, really, really quick, faster than I expected. It's called Mudmower Addiction. Mudmower Addiction doesn't matter. You don't have to have a mud mower. You could have a quad. You could have a truck. Anything that goes into the mud that you want to ride in the mud and you like to go in the mud to have a good time, join our group, Mudmower Addiction. Till then, join me right here on my YouTube account, Lucky7 Mudmowers, youtube.com. Thank you. Have a nice Thursday.
All right, here we go. Little update. Back to work I go. Got some more. Why are you cutting up? Sorry, wasn't on here. Pretty early said it. Well, Mike Still, how you doing? I think that just answered your question with that little video that I just put up there. I hope it did. If it did, hit the, tell me it, you understood the video. If you didn't understand why I'm cutting this up, just put it up there. I'll explain it again. You guys got to check out everybody's account. They all have it. Awesome videos. This is DeWalt here. I bought this probably about 3 years ago. It's a DW311. I put this thing through heck. This actually fell off a third floor roof. Didn't crack, didn't break, and I tell you, it's a beast. I usually don't do too many, tool updates, but if this one ever broke again, I would definitely go back to a DeWalt, same model number, D and W, D and Dave, W and Whiskey, 311. I'll definitely get the same exact model if I was able to. It's never failed me. It's not that bad neither. The vibration on it is not too bad. I've actually worked with some Sawzalls doing the same exact thing, cutting, and this piece right here gets so cherry red, it's like you can't even hold it. You have to wear gloves, and very uncomfortable. This is the reason why, one reason why, when I go to work, I always work with my own tools. If you guys notice when I break down tires, mount tires, that's all my stuff. I prefer to use my stuff. Not saying companies are cheap out there, but sometimes they get the cheap stuff. I was watching this other YouTube. Well, no, it wasn't YouTube. It was a Facebook group, OTR Technicians for Life, and this guy posted a 1-inch gun. And if you guys are familiar with 1-inch guns, you hold it like this here, and it has a handle up here, the bell housing here, and the socket where you put it right there. Well, the gun, it looked like a friggin' came from 1960s. And this piece right here, I guess he was taking the nuts off the truck, and the whole bell housing cracked right up on him. But if you work for a good company, you ain't using 1960s tools neither. You're supposed to be using something decent. What we usually do here, if we order any type of new tools, which is the Tire Doctor, we've got 3 locations: 8 Federal Street, Massachusetts, in Blackstone, 295 Union Street, East Walpole, Massachusetts, and 46 Fall River Road, Fall River Avenue in Rehoboth. So, anyways, what we usually do if we purchase any new tools go on a service truck. The old tools that we're replacing comes into the shop. Road service technicians, they should have all the best stuff. They should have all the new guns. They shouldn't be using the 1960s air gun. Let's see. Yeah, I said before you show the video. I'm sorry, I'm kind of late on this, and I'm not exactly sure if YouTube is catching up on their speed. I did notice in the live chats. I also noticed on notifications they're very slow. So the time I get to see the chat, you could have posted that 2-3 minutes ago, and I'm just answering it because it's not as quick as Facebook. I think they're doing some type of updates or something. When you put the pieces in the new tires, do you put anything else in with the pieces? Yes. It's actually the A and B chemical that this stuff is produced from. And it's a mixture. Since I'm on this conversation, I might as well take you guys for a walk. This way you understand a little bit more how the procedure works. So I have to go down to the third bay, which is on the other side. We've got three bays in an office here, compressor room. Oh. All right. So this is what they call A-B mixture. That's the A, that's the B. That's the machine that actually pumps it. It's all gravity filled from the top to the bottom. So now we take the bottom, replace it with the new ones right there. So we put those new ones on the bottom, that chemical up top. In other words, we rotate it all the time. This particular machine, with that nozzle right there and a few other attachments, which I'll show you in a minute, that's what pumps it. It pumps it through those big bends into this machine, out that line right there, to this line right here. Now this line here
is hooked up to this. Now inside here, okay, we put these little doodads in that little hole. So when A and B goes through that metal pipe right there, as you know, A and B, you know, the way how this rotates, goes around and around, it mixes the chemical. So if these are not perfectly clean, it's not going to mix the chemical perfect. So once we hook up this to that metal piece, we put this on that end there. These little pieces, they unscrew. You screw this to the valve stem. And that has a little rubber seal on it. And this here, if you're using an air water stem, I'm not sure if I have any here. Probably no. So anyways, so the big tires will get this piece here, and the small tires like turf tires, your tractor tires, you know, farm tires, tube types, will have this little piece. And it has a little ball valve here, so when I'm pumping it, I can shut this off. And after I'm done pumping the chemical inside the tire, I shut that off. I connect it from here, from the hose. And this sits on the tire for 3 days. Cures in 3 days. Then I could take this off. I'll turn this down. I put it in this little chemical right here, which is alcohol, pure alcohol. I take them all apart and I clean them. Then after they're all clean, they'll look like this. Now as you're pumping the chemical inside the tire, hold on. As you're pumping the chemical in the tire, you got the pressure that's in that tire as well as the chemical going in. It's going to expand that tire so much it could explode. To be able to solve that problem, they supply you with these pins. Take this pin at the top of the tire, probe it through, and then as you has a hole, you can see right through it. As the air escapes from here, you put your hand on there and you hold it, builds up pressure. Once it gets to that recommended pressure, or above that pressure, you release your finger. And you just keep on doing that as you're pumping the chemical in the tire. And eventually, you ain't gonna have no more air, you're gonna have just the foam fill, which solid fill will come out of this hole right here. You hold it, then what you do is pull this out really, really fast. Then you put a roof nail in it. It plugs that hole that you made with that probe. And that's how you plug it. That's it. Some people use screws. I like to use roof nails. Any other questions? Let's see. When do you put the pieces in the, okay, got that. Put that in your mud mower tires. Yes, you could be able to put that in the mud mower tires. I would not recommend that for the rear tires. I would recommend it for the front tires if you're able to. That's going to add the weight to the front. There is actually a couple guys that came in here and they use it for tractor pulls. The tractor pulls, they supposed to put, you know, some type of weight in their front of the tractors because, you know, as you pull them, the tractor goes up. So they foam fill it, the tires, and adds a lot of weight. Like these tires here on this machine, the calcium filled. Calcium filled is basically a liquid. Some people use antifreeze, which I wouldn't recommend antifreeze because it's a toxic waste. Happens to blow, you have antifreeze all over the place. What I would recommend is plain old water and calcium chloride. You could be able to get the flakes. You could be able to get the round balls. I prefer the flakes because it dissolves quicker. And then you pump that calcium chloride inside the tractor tires if you're on a farm.
Antifreeze. If you happen to blow a tire up in the field and you got antifreeze soaking into your ground, it's not too good. Especially if you're growing vegetables or plants or something that, it's gonna be no good. Calcium chloride, basically very high intense salt and water. You could actually drink it, but tell you what, it doesn't taste good. Another thing with calcium chloride, when you do mix it, it gets kind of warm, and that's why I don't mind doing it in the dead winter. You get cold, you stand near the barrel because it gets warm. Let's see. There's other ways to be able to fill tires as well. I've seen online people taking that spray foam that you get for like in a can. I wouldn't recommend that at all because it don't work. A lot of people say it does, but it doesn't even work. I wouldn't recommend that. After it's all set up, do I pull the nail out? Sometimes you could if you want. I always kept it in. It didn't bother me. Made a lot of people think, if the tractor's on the road, a lot of people will say, "Oh, you got a nail in your tire." Well, you put that tire on that tractor, you go in the construction site, you're going to have a pile of nails in that tire, and it's not going to make a difference if the nail's still in the tire or the screws in the tire. Once that is cured, it's cured. There's absolutely no way that's going to fall apart on you. The only way they do fall apart if the tire itself gets separated and you have the tire just starting to come apart. And once it just keeps on going with the weight around and around and the tire is not holding the solid fill, it could be able to possibility start tearing apart, which is the foam, which is what we're talking about right there. So it does have to stay nice and dry. Right now, like this here, this could get wet. Nothing will happen to it. But once you apply weight to this stuff, and it just keeps on going around and around and around, it's going to break apart. Yeah. I've actually took tires apart. Was not properly filled before. And what happens, it gets into like a black tar, gooey mesh. And it is tough to get off your hands, tough to get off the tools. It's disgusting. It's very gross. So in that note, I think my Sawzall blade, Sawzall, is kind of cooled off. I want to get back to work. I got to cut some more chunk. So if you guys want to hang in, hang in. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I could be able to answer them for you. If you have any other questions regarding any tires, if you want to get a price on tires, anything that concerns tires while I'm at work, feel free. If you have any questions on tractors, small engines, anything, feel free to inbox right here on this YouTube. Every morning between 7 and 7:30, I'll be here. We'll beat anybody's price. Which that's the Tire Doctor right there. We have 3 locations. I said that before. There's their website right there. Feel free to log on to the website, check it out. All right, let's get back to work here.
let's see here. You still have to. Yes. To answer your question, you're able to use A and B in the tire without using a chunk. All right, that's what they call a clean fill. This is what they call a clean fill. Now, if I took the skin, which is the tire casing, off this, because that has to be cut, I do have a 1324, I believe, in my YouTube channel. If not, it's on my Facebook. Well, about a year ago, I posted it, how to cut this off a rim. Maybe I'll make another one, update that. So anyways, I would be able to tell if it's been chunked. And if it's chunked inside here, then therefore it's bad chunk. You could be able to reuse it, but it's not clean fill. This is considered clean fill when it was originally pumped. This tire was not chunked at one time. So that's why we're able to repurpose this. I wouldn't recommend using a chunk more than twice though. You can stuff a tire as much as you can fill it. Once that stuff cures, it don't matter. It's gonna bond to just about everything. It's gonna be perfect. I don't see an issue with chunking the tire. It's recyclable. It's the way I look at it. But everybody has their own opinion on chunking tires. Some companies don't do it. Some companies do. We do it. Saves money on the fill. Also repurposes this stuff by putting it back into a tire where we ain't disposing it and sitting in the landfill. We got a few more minutes here. You guys can watch. So we'll go from here. Broken nose. That's in there. All right, guys. It's just about 8 o'clock. Gonna call this video a success. We'll talk to you guys later. Check me out every morning between 7 and 7:30. Right here on YouTube. Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, YouTube.com. Hit that subscribe button. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you later on the next live video.